It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Dallas Mavericks. For Dallas, they need some wins to start adding up here in a hurry. More or less half the season behind us, and they are still struggling to prove they can contend. And Kenny, oh, we have lots to talk about.
It's the Mavericks in Dallas, Texas for a little interconference action here at the American Airlines Center. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Take a look at the Bulls. They're hungry for wins and have to look at this as a great chance facing another struggling team. And before this game...
Thanks, Kevin. Well,
Thank you, David. Clark, we know both these teams coming and looking to get a desperately needed win. Just how much do recent struggles on both sides weigh on them right now?
Well, you know what, Kevin? I think they do weigh on them, but if you're going to break out of your struggles, then you've got to be in the moment. And you've got to lock into the present and not worry about what's happened in the past. Embrace the moment and the opportunity to change the tide. And you've got to stay consistent and not let a few bad breaks in the game or bad bounces distract you from your mission.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Markkanen and Lopez are together down low. Dunn and Levine, their backcourt. And it's Valentine, and at the three, the small forward. Markkanen can't get it to go. Now the Mavericks with it. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Yeah, we saw no matter what they tried offensively, the opponent just had the answer.
Yep, they sure did. Seemed like they had them completely figured out. Hammered them with their aggressive defense throughout the game.
4 on the clock. That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. We're about 1 minute into the first.
That's the third straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
Now here's Dunn, covered by Smith. Dunn kicks to Lopez. Pass to Dunn from outside the arc. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. The Mavericks have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. There's a screen by Noel. Smith the pass to Noel. It's Matthews on the wing. 6 to shoot. Here's Nowitzki. Lopez with the block. Kicks it to Valentine. Lopez outside. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Markkanen sets the pick for Dunn. To the paint. Layup off the pick. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
And, you know, so often the size of Markkanen overpowers the defense. Even when he gets hit, he still finishes over and through him.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. That free throw good from Markkanen. And head coach Rick Carlisle approaching a decade with the Dallas Mavericks. And he doesn't seem to be going anywhere.
Yeah, and you know, that's really remarkable in a profession marked by turnover. He's pretty much anchored in there. The Mavs organization smart enough to recognize they've got one of the best in the business in the NBA, but I would even say one of the best coaches in all of pro sports.
Here's Barnes. That shot off. Good D by Lopez.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, big guards with exceptional athleticism, you see why it's so in vogue, so much the end thing now. Levine thrives in the painted area.
Smith kicks to Barnes. The feed now to Matthews. Dallas again missing. The Bulls leading by 5. Now Dunn. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Lopez dishes to Dunn. Tries from 10. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Dunn finishing in style, and the explosion to the hoop. Powerful.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Smith. And Smith with the stuff.
Ooh, that has to be a relief. First bucket was a long time coming.
And they knew they'd bury one eventually. I mean, just a matter of time. Let's see if they can build on that.
Here's Valentine. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And the Mavericks looking to go young now around Nowitzki. Unsurprisingly, they've already found some intriguing young prospects.
And for the Mavericks, you look at their young guys, a lot of athleticism, and Greg, an upside already on the roster.
And Mavs fans have to be pleased with what they've done so far. I mean, especially with the selection of Dennis Smith in the draft, who can be a special player at that point guard position. They're making smart moves to kind of revamp this roster.
You know, Barnes is a good shooter from deep, Kevin. I mean, when he's in rhythm, he's dangerous from out there.
The dish now to Levine. To the left wing. Here's Dunn. And the Bulls with another miss.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the 3, but he just couldn't get it to go.
Matthews passes to Smith. Nowitzki a screen. Smith kicks to Barnes. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Barnes has got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Mavs. Dunn dishes to Levine. And Levine throws it down.
I like what Levine gives you, Kevin. Both the quickness and length. Tough to negate once he builds forward momentum.
Mavericks trail by 3. Here's Smith. He's coming off a 19-point game against Golden State.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
Measury, he's checked in for Dallas. The Bulls leading by 3. Dunn kicks to Lopez. There's the pass to Markkanen. Left side, Levine. Now, here's Dunn. He's guarded closely. Clock at 6. Here's Markkanen. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Markkanen's got 5 points so far.
And Markkanen is used to having the defense all over him. I mean, he's a marked man, especially this close. Somehow, though, he finds a way.
Smith with a wide open look. Measury kicks to Smith. Back to Measury, and Zach Levine gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. A different look for Dallas. Curry's checked in for Matthews, and Farrell's subbed in for Smith. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Bobby Portis is checked in for Markkanen. Paul Zipser comes in for Denzel Valentine. Justin Holiday's checked in for Levine, and it's Jaren Grant in for Chris Dunn.
Yeah, I like that. Confidence and power on display by Nowitzki there. Even when the defense is bumping him and making it tough, he stays right with it. You know, Nowitzki, who's been a Hall of Fame player throughout his career, had an Achilles injury last year, and there was some question as to whether or not he would retire. Nice to see him back in action for one more season.
And Nowitzki had said his goal was to make it an even 20 years playing in the NBA, Clark.
And Kevin, here he is, season 20, after all he's accomplished and all this time, to see him still playing and still contributing at a very high level, really remarkable.
And more than ever, we see great passers at the 4 and 5 positions in the NBA. Clark, who do you think are some of the better big men passing in the league right now?
Well, there are a number of guys that fall into that category. I love Marc Gasol out of Memphis. I mean, this guy has a nice touch shooting it and passing the ball, good feel for the game. Blake Griffin, highly skilled as a passer, particularly facing the basket. Really makes it tough for the defense. Those two guys, Draymond Green, you'd have to throw into that group as well. Nice big man passer. And even David West, although a role player, David can find open teammates as well as any big guy.
And that one, good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
On the wing, Barnes. Another shot, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Boy, you got to love Nowitzki. As unique a player as you'll ever see, a towering 7-footer who is as good as it gets at making all kinds of jump shots.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Chicago.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Chicago making a switch here. G's checked in. Holiday against Barnes. And Holiday kicks to G. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. G's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Mavericks trail by 7. Here's Farrell. 14 points from him the last game against Golden State. Tries again, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Mavericks.
And they were focused on spreading the floor and getting good looks from three-point range. That was the key to their offense. They put in a lot of work on the perimeter.
Dallas making a switch here. Harris is checked in. G passes to Portis. The kick out to Holiday. G dishes to Grant. Over in the corner, Portis. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
And checking out some numbers here for Harris. How his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging about 7 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And you look at those numbers, not bad. But, guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet.
Here's Barnes. Barnes with another miss.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range, extended out nicely, and definitely bothered the shot.
Mavericks trail by 7. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Curry. Excellent D there from Holiday.
Great look, but he couldn't finish. Everything but is how we say that. Surprising since the defense was very pedestrian.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Farrell. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. There's a screen. Harris kicks to Curry. Back to Harris. There's the 3. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Pass to Zipser. Grant outside. To the wing right side. Portis, the pass to Holiday. Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession.
And looking here at some numbers for Medridge, this past month he's really set himself apart. 8th in blocks, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And his ability to patrol the lane is a difference maker for that team. Exceptional timing and anticipation. That's why he's a top 10 shot blocker. Out to Harris from the arc. Not going to go that time. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
And you know what? A shame that either team had to lose that game because you had to be proud of the way they battled in it.
Yeah, I suppose that's right, but it still was heartbreaking. I mean, you hate to lose in OT, no matter how hard you played. You want to come out on top if you're going to play those extra minutes.
Barnes outside. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's G. For Chicago, they have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it. Textbook shooting from the stripe. Great form, soft release. Mark it up.
The three from Barnes. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we'll be back with you shortly. And Dirk Nowitzki steadily climbing the all-time scoring rankings. He talked about the remarkable journey of his long and illustrious career.
When I first got here, my first year was so tough that I didn't really know it.
Dirk has proven himself through the test of time. As tough as it may have been back in his rookie year, he overcame those obstacles to become this elite NBA player destined for the Hall of Fame.
And people do talk about players being a Dirk Nowitzki type. You're right about that. And that's a type any team would like to have. One of the greatest power forwards in the NBA's history.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
I think they play great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Exactly. I mean, they've made their presence felt on this end. Excellent job contesting shots so far.
Measuring is out there with Curry. Then it's Devin Harris. Then there's Nerlens Noel. And it's Farrell in its shooting guard. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, Rick Carlisle is one of the most respected head coaches in the league, especially for his X's and O's. But Bucks coach Jason Kidd, who played for Carlisle, praised his disposition. He's never up and never down, Kidd said. There's no panic in him. He gives you that sense of security to go out there and make a play. Kevin?
Gotta love Coach Carlisle, D.A., an even-keel guy who places a lot of trust in his players.
Well, it's surprising that he clunked that one. I mean, especially since the defense was nowhere to be found.
Back to Matthews. There's a screen by Noel. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks making a change here. Smith has checked in. And a change for the Bulls. Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Justin Holiday. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Great positioning on the putback. Noel's got his first bucket in this one.
Boy, what persistence from Noel, a guy who does not quit on the glass. I mean, his tenacity is a huge reason as to why this team loves him.
In the corner, Valentine with it. G kicks to Portis. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Portis has got his third bucket of the night.
Got to be happy with the result, moving the ball so well on that possession. Beautiful.
Matthews dishes to Smith. G with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Smith outside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Yeah, Smith makes you pay when he gets inside. Despite not being that big, he's got a lot of game in the paint.
The Bulls leading by 7. G kicks to Levine. Passes it to Portis. Over Noel. Here's Portis. He's looking for Levine and finds him. It's stolen by Harris, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Levine. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Salah measure. Chicago also making some changes. Lopez comes in for Bobby Portis, and it's done in for G. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Smith the pass to Harris. There's a screen by Noel. Nowitzki dishes to Smith. Shot clock at 5. Noel, a screen on Levine. And it's Smith missing.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
And Clark, if you're a player on a cold streak, either in a game or over a couple games, does that tend to stay with you and get in your head?
You know, it's been so long since I played, Kevin. I would like to think that it didn't with me because the games came so fast. You're playing 3, 4, 5 times a week. You don't have time to loiter on a good game or bad game because the next one is on top of you. So I typically was able to get on to the next play within a game and to the next game after the prior game.
The Bulls leading by 6. Dunn kicks to Lopez. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel. Bulls have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. That's good from Lopez. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Nowitzki with the screen on Levine. Harris kicks to Noel. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
Impressive strength on display by Noel, and that allows him to get a number of and-one opportunities. He powers through contact and is able to score even when fouled. You know, Nerlens Noel made it pretty clear he was not happy with the logjam at the center position in Philly. Last season's trade cleared a path for him to show what he can do. No excuse for that kind of defense. I'm positive they're upset about that.
Matthews sets a screen for Smith. Out to Harris. Takes the 3. Chicago grabs the miss.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
Markkanen passes to Levine. The kick out to Lopez. That 3 off the mark. Mavericks trailed by 9. Matthews with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's his first foul.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Harris dishes to Noel. Smith outside. Knocks down the 3-ball. Smith's got 5 points in the quarter.
And I tell you what, if the defender is not on Smith before the pass, it's too late because he's always ready to fire and he burns you.
For 3, Levine gets in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
The Mavericks have gone 6 of 11 from the floor, over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Smith kicks to Matthews. Screen by Smith. Noel passes to Smith. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. The Bulls leading by 9. Outside, Levine. He kicks it to Markkanen. Back to Levine. No good with the layup.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Boy, and that electrifying speed of Smith puts the defense on its heels, forcing them to hit him when he's penetrating inside.
So many great point guards in this year's draft. Greg, what stands out to you about North Carolina State's Dennis Smith?
Well, I think he's the best athlete of them all. A terror off the bounce, great toughness, and he's drawn some comparison to Stevie Francis when you talk about his bounce and physicality.
Got to appreciate Dennis Smith now. I mean, this guy is terrific at scoring from everywhere. Very athletic and explosive.
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Seth Curry comes in for Harris. And Chicago also making a switch. Paul Zipser, he's checked in for Markkanen. Valentine kicks to Dunn. Zipser, the pass to Dunn. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. For three, Levine. Again, Levine missing.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Bulls leading by 7. Here's Valentine. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Valentine's got 5 points so far.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Farrell's checked in for Dallas. Justin Holiday's checked in for the Bulls. Jaron Grant comes in for Zach LaVine. Nowitzki a screen. Farrell kicks to Nowitzki. He feeds it to Barnes, taken away by Holiday. Dishes to Dunn. Here's Zipser, and it goes down 2 points. Zipser's got his first points of the game.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Barnes kicks to Noel. Just 5 on the clock. Stolen by Grant. Holiday against Barnes. Holiday, the pass to Zipser. And Holiday has it in the corner. Grant outside. From outside, off the mark. Mavericks trail by 12. Outside Curry. He dishes it to Nowitzki. Count it from 12. 9 points in the game so far.
He's done a nice job, a great job actually, of finding efficient shots here in the second. Shooting percentage always a function of the kinds of shots you get, and he's on a good roll after struggling a bit in the first.
Dallas has gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. Though having depth is such a big deal for these teams, Clark. As you get deeper into the season, we see how these injuries begin to pile up.
Yeah, and they can hurt you. And you know they're going to happen. You've got to be lucky. A lot of it depends on your preparation and your preventative training. And that's not only on the training staff, but it's also on the players to take care of their bodies, get their rest, and do the things they need to do to try to be ready to play every game.
Measury, he's checked in for Dallas. And here we go, the Mavericks in a fast break. Here's Farrell. He's covered by Grant. We've got 1:18 left in the first half. And the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Farrell. Down low, Measury with the steal. Barnes kicks to Farrell. Nowitzki with the screen on Grant. They set the pick. Pass to Measury, and it's Nowitzki at the elbow. Over Lopez. That one misses, so the Bulls will take it the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Grant dishes to Lopez. Grant outside. To the middle. Here's Zipser. Good work defensively by Nowitzki.
And that's superb defense in low. I mean, they played it well. Not easy trying to alter these shots without fouling the shooter. And that's a good job of doing both.
The Bulls leading by 6. Here's Zipser. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Zipser's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Good ball movement. Wonderful pass. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
They set the pick. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. From deep. And so it's the Chicago Bulls in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Nerlens, you guys had a tough time stopping their offense in the first half. What do you have to do differently?
You know, we got to protect the paint. They're getting way too many easy baskets. You know, that's us communication on front.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime
Welcome
Show.
back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We're going to break down all the action from the first half. Zach LaVine led the way in the first half. He had 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. And Shaq, what did you see out there from the Bulls?
Well, Kenny should appreciate this. I love the ball movement. They were in sync as a unit, and their assist numbers were impressive. Anytime you get 5 players working together like that instead of one guy doing it alone, it's always going to be a boost. That's the primary reason they're in control of the game.
Kenny, how do you think Dallas played?
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded. Sometimes you could get cold, but that was atrocious. It was scary. But they also looked scattered out there, and I think that disorganization was the main issue for them missing those shots. They need to establish themselves better into a better rhythm in the second half and avoid relying so heavily on the three-point shot.
That'll do it for now.
Cars crossing back and forth over the Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge as we welcome you back to Dallas. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well. Chicago leading by 8. Tipping off the second half, here's Fred Hoiberg's 5. Dunn and LaVine, they're backcourt. Markkanen and Lopez are together down low. And it's Valentine in at the 3 slot. LaVine against Matthews. Feeds it to Smith. There's a screen by Noel. Off the pick. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Kevin, I like how hard Barnes goes now. I mean, takes pride in trying to overpower the defense and muscling shots up over him.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And Harrison Barnes, just a tremendous athlete at that small forward position. I think his strength enables him to guard up and hold his own against power forwards, and coaches love that versatility.
Mavericks trailed by 5. Matthews passes to Nowitzki. And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That's foul number 2 for him. Smith right side. Overdone. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. 11 points for Dennis Smith. And Greg, you look at the versatility of Barnes. He can defend, I think, 3 positions.
And that's what the league is all about now. Switching on picks, much more popular, and with an all-around solid defender like Barnes, it doesn't uncover mismatches.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Forcing the issue offensively, LaVine has that sudden explosiveness. He gets a step and draws the foul.
He's perfect from the line this time. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. It's a 5-point game. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, interconference matchup. Two teams that'll see each other only twice on the schedule.
Yeah, and Greg, this is a big game for both teams. I mean, they don't see each other often, and you know they both want to get a win in this one.
And there's the bucket from Markkanen.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And Matthews kicks to Noel. Smith for 3. Drains the 3-pointer. Smith's got 14 points.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Down low, here's Markkanen, and he banks in the layup.
Boy, I really like the way he's stroking the ball. I mean, knocking down a bunch of his shots and really being efficient.
Here's Smith. The putback, Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Valentine. It's rebounded by Dallas. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Smith. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Some changes for Chicago. Portis comes in for Robin Lopez. And G's subbed in for Chris Dunn. The Mavericks haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And this year, they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
Valentine setting the pick for Markkanen. And Valentine now top of the key. 6 on the shot clock. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And that one's good by G.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Greg, no question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
Nowitzki a screen. Kicks to Barnes. Over Valentine. Valentine grabs the board.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Markkanen dishes to Valentine. Puts up a 3. The Mavericks pull it in. Noel's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Matthews left side. Nowitzki a screen. On the wing, Barnes. 9 points in the game so far.
Yeah, you called it, Kevin. And Barnes has run the pick and roll plenty of times before and does a good job at taking what's available.
The Bulls leading by 5. Outside, Levine to the middle. Here's Portis. Matthews with the rebound. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That's foul number 2 for him. Dallas making a switch here. Harris is checked in. For Dallas, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Smith outside. There's a screen by Noel. Off the pick. And Noel throws it down.
Simply got to love the way Noel finishes his dunks. I mean, so strong around the cup.
Now here's Levine. He's got 14. G passes to Portis. Outside, Levine. Got a piece of it. Here's Markkanen. And the rejection by Noel.
Terrific timing by Noel, utilizing his vertical and hands extremely well in terms of how he blocks shots.
There's a screen by Noel. Harris kicks to Noel. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. And now just a 1-point Chicago lead. Inside, here's Markkanen, and Markkanen throws it down.
You know, when Markkanen's in this deep, he should be dunking it every time. I like to see him use his size like that.
The Mavericks have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. There's a screen by Noel, and looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
It was very close, and I wouldn't mind letting them play on that one. It wasn't blatant by any means.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Measury comes in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Seth Curry in for Smith.
Man, do I like the intensity of Noel on defense. Really an imposing presence who does an outstanding job making things hard for the opposition.
Clark, as an analyst, do you feel you view the game drastically different from when you were in your playing days in college and the NBA?
Yeah, you know what, Kevin, I really do, because I've benefited from the different coaches we've had a chance to visit with over the years, and that's added to my perspective. And you tend to look at things differently when you're playing. I was always a student of the game, but clearly I think I've become a lot more analytical as an analyst, if that makes any sense.
Yes. Farrell's checked in for Harris. Kept alive. Noel. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
There's the pass to Zips. Back to Grant. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And again, Chicago. No good. The Mavericks trailing. Here's Curry for the lead. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And when it comes to the paint, Noel owns it. I mean, really takes on any defender head on. And as a result, gets a lot of foul calls because of his aggressiveness.
All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And stolen by Noel. Curry dishes to Barnes, and the dunk by Barnes.
Hey, and Barnes not playing around when he gets near the bucket. When he has the ball deep inside, he's looking to bang it.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
He played his college basketball at Duke. Seth Curry has really emerged as a solid NBA player, even though he was undrafted. A combo guard, he makes shots, and he makes plays.
Lopez is checked in for Paul Zipser. And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well. Number 1, the Bulls.
I mean, they've gotten a little more aggressive defensively. You can become a more confident team on that end, and so much of it, I think, has to do with forcing turnovers and creating offense.
6 to shoot. And Levine, here we go. And look now at the various locations of the shots taken so far for Smith.
And this is a grown man shot chart right here. Not too much going on outside, but look at how things are for them in the paint. They are attacking the rim and not settling for the jump shot. And right now, it's paying off in bunches. If I'm them, then I'd continue to do the same thing going forward until an adjustment is made.
In the NBA draft a few years ago, some people said Levine was a reach at the 13th pick. Now he looks like a value get.
Barnes with another miss.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Grant the pass to Lopez. Outside Holiday. Doesn't go for him. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that's the third of 4 straight played at home. Curry against Levine. Curry kicks to Measuring. Takes a 3. Curry can't get it to go.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Holiday gets the bucket.
The defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
1:53 left in the third quarter. The feed to Noel. There's the dish to Barnes. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
And a chance here to take a look at the numbers for Harrison Barnes. Really been a key contributor over the past month. Putting up about 18 points per, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you know, pretty terrific numbers across the board.
Yeah, so many books in his library. He lights up the scoreboard on a nightly basis.
Here's Curry. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Levine's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Portis, the pass to Levine. Grant outside. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Grant's got 5 now.
Kevin, I like what Levine showed there, not getting so locked in to his own offense. He keeps his head up, finds the open man.
Farrell kicks to Measuring. Here's Farrell. He's covered by Grant. Barnes outside. Over Holiday. And that one hits back iron. The Bulls leading by 4.
If they play it right, we're talking a 2-for-1.
Well, you're maximizing your possessions. That's the critical thing here, and they've got to make sure the timing is right, though.
Bulls moving the ball around. And it's off from three-point range. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks to end the drought. Offensive rebound. Barnes dishes to Noel. A second chance effort. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Well, I really like to see Noel looking for his offense, not making anything easy on the defense. Don't let him off the hook, Noel.
Grant kicks to Levine. Lopez, a screen on Curry. Missed. 3/4 of play in a close game here. Bulls out front, leading by just 2. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with his guys.
Right now it's winning time, all right? Right now it's winning time. We got to make plays down there and down here.
Looking for the big push now, you can tell. Rick Carlisle asking his guys to take it up a notch, maybe finish this thing off.
Yeah, I mean, they've been fighting, biting, scratching, and clawing here all night, but this is where you need to zero in and close the door.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the 4th quarter. A terrific game so far. Barnes at the 3 with Dirk at the 4. Curry is out there with Farrell, and it's Mejri in at the center position. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Lopez outside. Here's Grant, and the layup's good off the glass. Grant's got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for the Bulls.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Farrell. And here is Curry. Count it. A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. Pass to Holiday. Lopez sets a screen for Holiday. Lopez, no luck.
A good interior D there prevents the deuce.
You know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
Dunn kicks to Portis. Now, here's Dunn. He's guarded closely. Back to Portis. Lopez left side. And it's Grant in the corner. No good on the triple.
And I love how his teammates have stepped up for him. He's struggling, but they're ramping it up and getting it done this quarter.
Curry kicks to Mejri. Nowitzki, the pass to Barnes. Back to Nowitzki. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
And I'll tell you what, age ain't nothing but a number when you talk about the impact of Dirk Nowitzki. I mean, with his size and shooting touch, he creates so many openings for himself and his teammates offensively.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Wesley Matthews checked in for Harrison Barnes. And Smith subbed in for Farrell. Then for the Bulls, Markkanen, he's checked in for Portis. Denzel Valentine comes in for Justin Holiday. And G's subbed in for Jaren Grant. Here's Dunn. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And Nowitzki's turnaround, an unblockable shot when he's hitting. Greg, he's unguardable.
And even though he's lost a little lift in the legs, he's worked hard to kind of quicken his release. And just another tweak for a guy who's made a career of adding layers to his Hall of Fame game.
Smith outside. Pass to Curry. There's the pick. Smith dishes to Curry. Nowitzki sets a screen for Curry. Off the pick. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got 4 rebounds in this game. G kicks to Markkanen. And it's done in the corner. Plays it up and banks it in. Dunn's got 4 points in the quarter.
That is just grown man, big boy work from Dunn inside. Incredible athleticism really aids him in getting these types of shots.
Out to Smith. The tray. Second chance shot. And it's Nowitzki missing. The Bulls leading by 4. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Dunn passes to G. Bulls moving the ball around. Lopez a screen. Here's Valentine. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
And the first one at the line is good. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Here's Curry. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Smith outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Goes back up. That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Nowitzki.
That's where Nowitzki's long arms help him on the glass. They're solid at using that length to reel in rebounds.
Dunn kicks to Markkanen. Nowitzki with the steal. Right side Curry. Drops in the layup for 2. And now just a 2-point Bulls lead.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
And you know that's right. I mean, he's looking to put his stamp all over this game.
Dunn dishes to G. A 3-pointer is right on target. And the Bulls lead by 5.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, they're dialed in, locked and loaded from outside the arc. It's all about the triple so far.
They set the pick. Here's Nowitzki. That's a 2 from Smith. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Tell you, that is not what they want. A contested jump shot, the defense right on it. You need to get a better shot than that.
Now Markkanen. G kicks to Markkanen. Dishes to G, and it's done in the corner. And a miss there on the triple. Mavericks trailed by 5. Banked in off the glass. And that's 15 points for Nowitzki. So it's Chicago now. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Pacers at Pacers Arena in Indianapolis. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Here's G. Battles through traffic and lays it in. G's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He has a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the lip.
Trickeration. I like that, partner. That's pretty strong word creation. And you've got to be creative, though, whether you're commentating or hooping, especially when you're going inside.
Nerlens Noel checks in for the Mavericks. Barnes comes in for Seth Curry. And a change for the Bulls. Levine's checked in. To the middle, Nowitzki with the steal. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Barnes with the ball. The game now all time. Barnes has got 9 points here in the second half.
Barnes quickly leaking out there. He's always trying to get some easy buckets, easy points, and as a result, he's able to beat defenders sometimes.
Levine, and Levine throws it down.
And you can see the confidence there, Kevin, just oozing out of him. Levine knows he can get his shot in almost any situation, and that's a big one for the team.
Here's Smith. Made that one. It's his 7th of the contest, 7 for 15 from the floor.
And I tell you what, Smith takes over on those important possessions, always calm and confident with the ball, and this guy embraces the big moments.
And here we go, Mavericks running again. That's good from Barnes on the assist by Noel. Noel's got 3 assists now in this one. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Mavericks.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points. And you see why Levine's been a hard, tough out in the slam dunk contest. Has a natural ability to entertain the audience, and that bounce and athleticism certainly doesn't hurt either.
Well, Chicago has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Here's Dunn. Yes, and the foul. Dirk Nowitzki picks up that one.
Admire the determination of Dunn, staying confident in his shot at all times.
Mavericks trail by 3. Smith outside, lets it go from 11. It's hauled in by Dunn. Bulls have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the 4th quarter. He kicks to Markkanen. Add basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Impressive awareness from Markkanen. I mean, down on the block there, really good job of using his height to get his shots off.
1:37 left to play here in the 4th. Here's Smith, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, and you know, Smith's not afraid of the contact. In fact, he embraces it when he's going up to shoot.
So the first one drops, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a 1-possession game.
Shoots the 3, and it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got the glass covered here tonight, 11 boards for him. Here's Matthews, and it's sent back by Lopez. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. .112 left in the 4th. Smith the pass to Noel, and it's good for 2.
And Noel certainly has the clutch gene. This man is not afraid to take it right at the defense.
Dunn kicks to Lopez. He feeds it to Dunn. Lopez a screen. Over to the wing. Valentine dishes to Levine. 5 on the clock. Count it!
And this atmosphere is bananas.
Electric in here. I mean, that was a tremendous shot, but this crowd all over it, turned up.
Dallas calls timeout. They're trailing by 4. There's 42 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Zach LaVine.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. He told them to stick with it. He said, this game is right here, guys. This is our game to take. precision, purpose, and poise. Kevin, we'll see if they can get it done.
Okay, David, thanks. Measury, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel.
Checking in for your Mavs, Salah Mantry.
34 seconds left in the fourth. And now we've got the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
Time working against them here.
It sure is, and with such short time, it'll be really hard for them to catch up.
Nowitzki gets a wide open look. It's in! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Hey, you got to know Nowitzki's looking to shoot in these situations. I mean, that's who he is. A big-time performer down the stretch.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
2-possession game now, guys. Some very important free throws there.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're behind by 5. 19 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
It's going to be interesting to see what they draw up to get this quick shot.
Whatever it is, got to be fast. I mean, can't waste any time at this point.
Stolen by Levine. And here we go. Levine heading to the... Oh!
Goodness. Mercy, mercy me. And you know what you like about Levine as a finisher? I mean, he can go straight to the rack, pop out to the 3, and can do everything in between as well.
And so it's Chicago winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.